Hello friends, good morning to all of you. In today's lecture, we are going to study friction. This is part of the syllabus of class 8th CBSE NCERT. So before I start, I would like to request one and all to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to receive the future notifications, as well as share our channel so that maximum people can gain out of it. So we will start with friction. So introduction. Okay, so what is friction? Okay, so suppose we are having a ball and we are rolling a ball over a surface. Okay, so what we are observing that after some time wall stops, so it stops moving. Okay, so what is the thing that is stopping the ball? Okay, so one of the thing is friction. Okay, so friction is the opposing force when one object start moving on another object. Okay, so when we are rolling a ball on a smooth surface, it is going to go farther than when we are rolling a ball on rough surface. So why does it happen? The reason is plain simple. Smooth surface has less friction and rough surface has more friction. Okay, so now microscopic view of contact between surface. Although the surface when seen superficially, so what we are observing? We are observing that they are smooth surface, but when we are going to observe the surface under a microscope, so we are going to see deformities. There will be several deformities. There will be wedges, there will be projections, there will be depressions. Okay, so when one surface start moving over another surface, so exactly what happens? So those projections and depressions get entangled with each other, and due to that there is resistance to the free motion of one object over another object. This is the microscopic view. Okay, so now factors on which friction depends. So actually friction depends on nature of the surface under contact. Okay, so when we are going to see rubber tire over concrete and when we are going to see steel tire over concrete, there will be varying degrees of friction. Okay, and depending upon our suitability, we are choosing the material. If we want more friction, we will use different set of material, and when we want less friction, we will use different set of material. Okay, so it depends on nature of the surface in contact. And what is the other factor on which friction depends? The other factor is mass of the object. Okay, so friction depends on nature of the surface in contact and mass of the object. Now, what causes friction? So first thing we have to understand is that friction is a contact force. So what is a contact force? Means friction applies when there is contact between two surfaces. And as we have already discussed in our previous slide, that whenever we are going to observe a surface under microscope, there will be groups and ridges. Okay, so groups and ridges will be observable under microscope. Okay, so actually what is the reason behind friction? Friction is interlocking of the projections and depression between two surfaces. So that is the microscopic view of a surface. Now friction in daily life. Okay, so we have to understand one small thing, that friction is a necessary evil. Okay, friction is having advantages as well as friction is having disadvantages. Okay, so if friction is not available in our physical world, so we will not be able to walk on a surface, we will not be able to drive on the surface, even we will not be able to drive nail into a wall. Okay, so these things will be there. So actually whenever we are walking on a surface, what happens? We are pushing the ground backward, okay, and ground is pushing us forward. Okay, so walking on the surface is possible only due to friction. So we are moving in direction opposite to the direction of the friction. Suppose we are moving from left to right. So what will be the direction of the friction? Friction will apply from right to left. So walking is possible only due to the friction. Okay, so now cars and buses on the road. So we are having numerous cars and buses on the road which are moving over the surface. So actually how they are moving? They are having tires, and tires are made up of rubber basically, and they are round in shape. Okay, so due to the friction between rubber tires and the road, cars and buses are moving on the road. Actually we are using the concept of friction here as well. Now we will talk about case of the brakes on cycles and cars. Okay, so actually what happens when we apply brakes? So brakes on cycles and car are having shoes. So whenever you will apply brakes, so you will apply a force. That force will get transmitted to the shoes of the brakes of the cycles and car, and as a result, that where will those shoes be there? That shoes will be there on the tires. So that force between the shoe and the tires will be friction force, and due to that only the brakes will work, otherwise brakes will not work. Okay, friction applies on stationary object as well as on the moving object. Okay, how it applies on a stationary object? Okay, if you are applying some friction and you are applying some force, and friction, it is not enough to overcome the friction between stationary object and the surface. So what will happen? The object will not move. And in the same manner, when object is moving, so friction will be there, and as a result the object will slow down and it will stop. Okay, so we are talking about friction in daily life. So we told that friction is a necessary evil. So some more advantages of friction. Suppose we are lightening a matchstick. So we are rubbing a matchstick, okay, over we are rubbing a matchstick. So what is happening? Due to friction only, there will be lightning. There will be lighting due to friction only. If there is no friction, there will be no lighting. Okay, so that is one another advantage of friction. So now writing on a paper or blackboard. Okay, so we are able to write on a paper or on a blackboard. We are writing on a paper with the help of ink, and we are writing on a blackboard with the help of a chalk. So that is possible only due to friction. Another advantage is that we are able to drive nails and screws to wood or to a wall due to friction only. If there is no friction, we will not be able to drive nails and screws to a bull and ball. Okay, so now we will talk about disadvantages of friction. We are talking about advantages, but we know friction is a necessary evil. Okay, it is having both sides. It is having pros, it is having cons. So we have talked about advantages of friction. Now we will talk about disadvantages of friction. So you know that due to friction, cars and automobiles are able to move over road, but there is as well as wastage of energy. So what happens? There is 40% of gasoline. 40% of gasoline is wasted, okay, only to overcome friction. Okay, but without friction, the automobiles or vehicles will not be able to move as well. So that is disadvantage, but there is advantage also. Okay, so now wearing out of a rubbing surface. So as we know that we have to replace the tires of our bikes and car on a regular interval due to wearing out of tires. So when one object is moving over another object, there will be wear and tear. So friction is one of the reason behind that wear and tear. Okay, so now generation of heat. Okay, so whenever we are seeing a machinery is having moving part, and some parts are moving with great speed also. So what happens when there are moving parts? So whenever there will be moving parts, there will be heat produced, and sometimes heat produced is too much. So what will happen? Due to high degree of heat produced, there may be damage to the machine parts. So what is the remedy? Remedy is the use of lubricant. So what are the lubricant? Lubricant like oil, lubricant like grease, and when temperature is extremely high, sometimes we are using graphite also. So we are using lubricant to overcome heat. Sometimes if we are not using lubricant and there is lot of heat, so what will happen? Sometime the part may get stuck also. So we have to use lubricant to overcome friction. It can be oil, it can be grease, or it can be graphite. So now how will we minimize friction? Okay, so we can minimize friction by polishing. So by polishing, what we are doing? We are addressing the deformities in a surface. So by polishing, we are depositing a uniform surface over top of a rough surface. So it is becoming smooth. Surface is becoming smooth. So what will happen by smoothing of the surface? By the smoothing of the surface, friction will be minimized. Okay, and second thing is lubrication. So lubrication, by lubricating with material like oil, like grease and graphite, also we are reducing friction. So what will happen during lubrication? So lubricant means a layer will be formed between two surfaces, and that layer may be liquid also, and the friction between solid and liquid is less than friction between solid and solid. So lubrication is one of the remedy for minimizing friction. Okay, so now second thing is streamlining. Okay, so suppose a bird is flying or an aeroplane is flying in air, or take an example, a ship is traveling in water. So when an object is moving through air or water or a similar fluid, so what will happen? There will be a force that will retard or stop its motion, that it stops or try to stop. Okay, that force is known as drag force. So how to reduce the drag force? So one of the method to reduce the drag force is streamline. So streamline has to do with shape of the object. So what is a streamline? Streamline is a special type of shape that is round in front and narrow at the back. Okay, round in the front and narrow at the back. So what will happen? Okay, when a streamline object moves through air or water, the drag force will be less. There will be less friction. Okay, so there will be less friction. So where we are using the streamline force? There are many applications where we are using the streamline force. Suppose we are designing a plane, aircraft, we are using a streamline shape. In rockets, we are using streamline shape. In missiles, we are using streamline shape. Even in cars, we are using streamline shape. So streamline has to do with reducing friction. Special type of friction that is known as drag. There can be air drag or there can be fluid drag. Okay. So now fourth step to minimize friction by using wheels and ball bearings. Okay, rolling friction. So we have to understand that rolling friction is lesser than sliding friction. So whenever we are rolling an object over another object and we are sliding an object over another object, so in rolling friction there will be less resistance, whereas sliding there will be more resistance. Okay, so rolling friction is less than sliding friction. So that's how we are using wheels and ball bearings. So ball bearings means we are putting ball bearings where we are putting in tires, we are putting, and where else in machineries we are putting. Okay, so we are using ball bearings and we are also using wheels. Okay, you know that wheel was invented long ago. Okay, and it was round in shape. So that people knew intuitively. What did they knew intuitively? They were knowing that rolling friction is lesser than sliding friction. Okay. So now sometimes we have to increase friction also. So how will we increase friction? So you might have seen on the tires we are having design and patterns. Okay, known as threads or groups. We are threading the tires. So why are we threading the tire? By threading of the tire, the friction is increased, and when friction is increased, tires will be holding a firmer grip over concrete road. Okay, the tires will be holding a firmer grip over the concrete road. And even when the situation is raining, so what will happen? They will not slip. There will be more friction, so the tires will not slip. Otherwise, tires will slip. Okay, in the same line, whenever we are seeing slippery ground, so what we are strewing in? We are strewing sand and gravel, especially during the rainy season. Why we are strewing sand and gravels over slippery ground during the rainy season? To increase friction. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to walk over there, and chances of slipping is more. You may slip. Okay. In the same line, the athletes are using spikes in the soles of shoes. You might have seen many footballers, they are wearing shoes with spikes. Why only footballers? Normally, many types of athletes are wearing shoes with spikes in their soles. This is only used to increase friction. Okay, and we are using coarse substance also to increase the grip. So when we have to increase the grip, we are applying coarse substance in the palm of our hand. So that is another advantage of that is another way of increasing friction. Okay, so this completes chapter friction. Thank you. Thanks for your patient listening. See you soon.